Andrea, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you again.
Yes,
Right now, the world does not know that Yule Log is a franchise as opposed to a one-off. But when you filmed it way back when, did you know, hey, this might be coming back?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. When Casper approached me with a second script, I was like, wait, what? Because both Justin and I we were just like, oh, I don't know what happens with the character at the end of the movie. I mean, there's an assumption, but I
Right.
didn't know that Zoe was going to come back. So to relive that experience with that team, that director, everybody, it was just like, sign me up immediately. I love those guys.
Absolutely. Too many cooks is where I came on board with Casper. But I just realized I rudely didn't say, how are you? I didn't ask how you are. That's pretty rude. Are you
You know,
good?
Darren, because you don't genuinely care. So let's just move past it.
I care a lot, to reference Faith No More. I care a lot. And I have things to ask you beyond Ulog, but when did
Yes.
you actually work on this latest Ulog?
Oh, we shot the official title, Adult Swim Yule Log, branching out. We left the G off there.
Mhm.
We shot that this past June, almost the whole month of June. Yeah.
So the traditional thing of filming the holiday content way off from the holiday season.
Way off from the holiday season and not even way off from the holiday season in the summer.
Yeah. How do you handle that? Because okay, we're right now in the time of year where you go, wait, everything is holidays this early. This is bonkers. You're at that point of the year. And the first like 6 times you go shopping, it's fine. And then you kind of overdose in December. But you don't have any of that when you're filming a holiday thing in the summer. So do you have to get into character? Stock question for you.
First of all, you asked how do you handle that? It handles you.
Mhm.
Um, you know, we're geared up for our winter wear. Zoe's constantly in a jacket. We're just trying to stay hydrated, but we have to remember
Mhm.
it's like seasonal. It's fun, it's sweet, and it's you're just trying to navigate the best that you can in this Georgia sun. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you just do the best that you can.
Do they go, hey, we're gonna have eggnog on the set, we're gonna play Christmas music at all? Or are you just such a great actress that that's not even a consideration?
So, in the movie, as you guys can see, there's no snow on the ground. We have no snow falling from the sky. They did have Christmas decorations everywhere. We also, we shot at that Christmas store.
Right.
Fun fact, that Christmas store actually already exists in Georgia. And so it was already set up for us to use, which was fantastic. But the rest we had to set decorate and just feel the Christmas vibe. Yeah, and stay in the essence of that.
Now, you're on the opposite end of the Christmas spectrum from what I usually get the opportunity to do interviews on. There's a lot of Hallmark kind of things. And you find that once the person's in the one Hallmark movie and it's successful, then they wind up in 6 more Hallmark Christmas movies. And then they themselves start writing and producing. Now, in your case, you had the great procedural credits and all that, but you're also a comedian. But did you find that Yule Log pigeonholed you at all to horror?
You know what? If I am pigeonholed to horror, I'm down. Pigeonhole me to comedy horror. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's uniquely different. It's very, the Adult Swim team and what they represent, like, too many cooks, your pretty face is going to hell, Cheese Goblin, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Their way is absurd. It's wild, it's wacky. So I love being a part of that. And if I'm pigeonholed to horror, like bring it. Some of my favorite movies are horror. I'm fine to do that. I will tell you, however, living in a world where you're doing the horror comedy genre, they are a lot of overnight shots. They are a lot of, screaming and crying, a lot of emoting. So it can be very energy draining, but it's also very exhilarating, which I find the number one selling point for me working on projects like this.
Well, the icing on the cake is you get to do conventions for the rest of your life if you get enough of those roles. Then you have one of those banners that has all your credits on it.
Are you asking or telling me?
I'm telling you, I think
Oh,
that's
bring it.
inevitable you know, once you get pigeon-held. And by the way, you should buy that domain today, pigeonheld.com. It's all yours. But
But no, I am an English major, so.
well, going through your bio, harmonica player, that's true, that's legit.
That's legit. Listen, I'm not ready to take the stage in New Orleans or anything like that, but it started out as like a gag. I was receiving gag gifts for years, and I'm like, why am I getting so many harmonicas? I think they're great. I don't know how to play this. So then I just started listening to like Jack Johnson songs, a lot of just like old jazz songs, and just like kind of mimicking the tune. Then I started teaching myself, and I'm like, oh, thank you, universe. Wasn't expecting this one. So yeah, I love playing the harmonica once in a while. Yeah, it's a new fun hobby of mine.
Do you have one in every key?
Oh, I have four. Two are the same key. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have one of those holsters like the around the waist harmonica holders?
Darren, really?
Okay. Look, I've interviewed a lot of pro harmonica
No,
people.
you're right.
I've interviewed, I think I've done 4 Blues Traveler interviews, never with John Popper, but the harmonica people are out there.
Oh,
And
it's real. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not ready for that world just yet. I'm over here still like listening to a song and mimicking it. I'm not ready to take on the world and perform in New Orleans, but maybe one day.
New Orleans is the high watermark, but I would say like 2 rungs down is when you're on the Tonight Show or one of those talk shows, and they go, "So I understand you play harmonica," and then you just happen to have one behind the chair.
Exactly. I'll be
So
like,
you're ready for that.
why? And then I'll pull it out. Actually, one of them's over here.
I wasn't doing the Seth Meyers on you.
That's all I'll give you.
The key is you're ready for that. So if the Roots are ready to play
Yes.
harmonic with you as the lead, you're ready.
They'll just be like, I'll just be on the Tonight Show, I'll just be right here and be like, oh, me?
That is going to be awesome. So again, Yule Log is the new
Yes.
thing. Are we allowed to know what's coming next after that, or are you just under a bunch of embargoes?
So Yule Log 2 is the deal right now. I am working on a project in Lacoste, France, another horror. Well, actually, it's like more of a, I'd say it's a thriller. Yeah, with director Quinlan O'Rear. Other than that, I'll just have to keep everything a secret.
Any stand up, or is that on hold?
No, that's on hold. I haven't done stand-up in a very long time. I'm just focusing my attention elsewhere. Yeah. Because stand-up just requires a lot of attention, a lot of focus, a lot of travel. And so I haven't made it a priority lately.
It requires all that unless you're terrible.
Unless you're terrible. Yeah.
Or you're one of the actors that moonlights as the stand-up comic. I mean, you do have, if you want to pair that with the horror con convention with the backdrop that has your credits on it, free advice,
And
harmonica stand-up, autograph signing.
and I have enough of a background to I have a lot of material growing up, first generation to Jamaican parents in the private Catholic school system. I mean, what else do you need?
I mean, in Living Color had the how many jobs mon
Yes,
sketch.
yes.
So,
That's exactly what it is. And like at any given point in time, I will have 7 jobs. Seriously.
in the best of ways. So bring back to the last few questions here,
Yes.
the stock things before I let you go. The first one is when you're not busy working, because there seems to be a lot of working lately, where does the time usually go aside from the harmonica?
Time is well spent in writing. I've written a pilot with my friend, writing partner, Liz McGeever. It's similar to the lines of like Fleabag.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so I love writing. That's where I spend my time. A lot of my time is also spent working out or doing yoga or just traveling. I've traveled a bunch this year, and like I said, I'll be going to France next month for a month. And yeah, just trying to really put my time and effort into the things that I love outside of acting. Um, yeah, practicing mindfulness, yoga, meditation, having fun. Yeah.
Being Atlanta area yoga, Did you ever try DDP yoga, Diamond Dallas Page's yoga program?
No, but I just spoke to Scott in the interview I did before, and he mentioned that. I need to check this out. What is this?
He's a WWE Hall of Famer who basically blew his back out and rehabbed himself through a mix of yoga and calisthenics. So the thing is, it won't be called tree pose. It will have a more manly name in what he's doing.
Like,
You know what? I forget, but he kind of has he's a non-smoker that has a smoker's voice. So it's a
oh,
lot of grunting. I'll send you info offline about this. But long story short, mindfulness, kindness, etc. So the last question: what's the last concert that you went to for fun?
the last concert that I went to that was not only fun,
Mhm.
but an educational experiences. I went to a concert in Amsterdam this past September. Knew none of the words. The only one. Everyone's dancing around, having a great time. They're
Mhm.
looking at me and I'm like kind of just like bobbing my head. That was the last concert that I went to. I cannot remember the occasion, but it was like it was a really big deal for everybody. Ugh. I'll try to find out what it is and get back to you and let you know what it was. But the last concert that I went to that was fun. Oh
I
gosh.
meant for fun in that you weren't there to network or come on stage and play harmonica, but more like you went, I'm going to buy tickets to this and actually see this because I find that to get entertainers to pay to see entertainment or see entertainment in their spare time, it has to be something really special. Otherwise, it's not like a chef goes, I feel like going to a restaurant right now.
Yeah. I Okay, so I went to a couple of things. I went to the London Orchestra performed in Amsterdam. They played original scores to classic films like
Mm.
Star Wars and E.T. and Interstellar. That was really freaking cool, and I loved that. It was so magical. It was in this old, beautiful church.
Mhm.
That was the last concert that I went to in Amsterdam. Yeah.
Wow. So you're classy all the time. That's what I'm hearing, Andrea.
I am classy all the time, Darren.
Well, thank you for your time. Hopefully there'll be a Yule log 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you'll remember your medication for all of those as well. But in the meantime, congrats on this one and really looking forward to what's to come, whether it's funny or scary or dramatic from you.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. And thank you so much. It was wonderful to see you again. Yeah.
Paltrocast.